Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to show you a nice use for the Warden. You can actually use them to make a mob switch. And I would say it's even simpler than using shulkers, zombified villagers, or wizards. Apart from that, I don't think there are too many technical applications for the Warden. Yes, they do a lot of damage, so you could use them to kill mobs, but in most cases that's not really too practical. So the only efficient farm you could do is maybe YouTube views, in case you make some special Warden-based farm. Whoa, look at that! The Wardens are killing the Iron Golem! Craziest iron farm ever! Yay! Anyway, let's check out the Warden Mob Switch. So I'm currently in the process of filling it up with Wardens. That I sent up the elevator there, so new Wardens could spawn. Right, so the Warden is a special mob. It counts towards the mob cap, but you can prevent him from despawning. So this is similar to the Shulker, to the Zombified Villager and the Wither, and in previous versions also the Elder Guardian. So this basically allows us to fill the mob cap, which in a normal single player world is 70. We also have a display here using carpet mod at the top. If your mob cap is filled up with 70 mobs, then no new hostile mobs would spawn anywhere else in the world. So if you're in a cave, you don't get any skeletons, creepers, spiders, etc. spawning anymore if your mob cap is already filled. So yeah, this concept is probably already quite familiar to you guys. It's been around in Minecraft for years, and it's just made a lot simpler now with the Warden. Okay, so let's check out the setup real quick. So I need to make sure that the Wardens can only spawn on your platform. So we got a 7x7 platform centered on top of the Shrieker, and in the 11x11x13 high area around the Shrieker, we also have to make sure that he can't spawn somewhere else. So below there's solid blocks, and then just place down some slabs here. This would prevent the Warden spawning down here. Technically, you can also just have a ring. Just need to make sure that he doesn't spawn on the outside 2 blocks. Because the Warden always prioritizes to spawn on the highest possible spawning space. Right, then Warden is then attracted by the no block here, which we spam this observer clock, makes constant noise, tries to pathfind towards it. Yeah, goes into the soul sent bubble elevator and is sent up into the holding cell. So in the holding cell we do have some twisting vines, but you could also use the normal green vines to prevent them from entity cramming, so they wouldn't die up here. Another option is actually just have a pen. This would actually save a little bit on lag if you just spread them out. Yeah, but having a 1x1 holding cell is also sufficient. Okay, then a trick to prevent them from despawning is actually to spam another node block that keeps them occupied. So they would now try to get towards the source of the noise, and therefore don't despawn. So that's all you really gotta do. And then I just added one more system to it. So Warden actually pathfinds over a pressure plate here, activates a dropper, and as soon as this is empty, this player would be pushed off the Shrieker, and then no more Wardens would spawn. This is basically the control that you don't get thousands of Wardens that would crash your game. But I can also use carpet mod to quickly check, and the left number here, 80, tells me we already have 80 Wardens right now. They count towards the mob cap, so we're basically done here. If I move somewhere else in the world, then no more mobs would spawn in those areas. We just need to do one more thing. We need to keep the Wardens loaded if we are hundreds of blocks or thousands of blocks away, and we just do this with the normal portal loading. Now, I went actually 3 chunks over with the portal chunk loading, because of course you want to keep the Wardens in the lazy chunks. If you would have the portal loading directly in here, then the Wardens would be kept entity processing and contribute to the lag, which you want to avoid, of course. You can also quickly check with tick entities. Yeah, already did that. We already have 3 MSPT of Warden lag, only getting worse if you have more in there. We can get around this by just having them loaded in lazy chunks. Right, then I would say I'm gonna just get rid of this player and move out a little bit. Alright, so it's nighttime, just gonna fly a couple hundred blocks out. That should be enough. We're definitely in a different area now. As you can see, no mobs spawning around. You can also check with carpet mod. We still have 84 hostile mobs loaded, therefore no other hostile mobs spawn. Really convenient for all kinds of farms. If you're working on projects, don't get any creepers spawning, definitely recommended to have this. Alright, so in case you're not familiar with the portal chunk loader, I'll just link my video about this in the video description. Okay, so just once again, so the portal chunk loader would load a 7x7 area of chunks around. We can use F3 and G to visualize the chunks here with the yellow lines. And you want to be in that outer ring of the 7x7. So this would be a center chunk. This would be within the 3x3, 5x5, and then your wardens need to be within the 7x7 outer ring of the portal chunk loader, which is definitely the case here. Alright, so definitely the warden is useful for something. Mob switches were already quite simple, to be honest, with the Shulkers and the zombified villagers, but I think this is even simpler. Right, thanks guys for watching and see you next time. Bye bye!